In the year that King Uzziah died, the prophet Isaiah was granted a vision, a sight of the Lord himself high and lifted up, seated upon a throne. The train of his robe filled the sacred temple, a display of majesty beyond mortal comprehension. What did Isaiah see in that holy place? What beings attended the King of Heaven? He saw the Seraphim, creatures of fire and spirit, standing in eternal vigilance above the throne of the Almighty. Each of these celestial beings had 6 wings. With 2 wings they covered their face, for none can look directly upon the unfiltered glory of the Lord and live. With 2 they covered their feet, a sign of humility and reverence in the presence of holiness. And with 2 wings they did fly, ever ready to carry out the divine will of their Creator. They were beings born of flame, their very name in Hebrew, Seraph, meaning the burning one. And one cried unto another, their voices echoing like thunder through the foundations of the temple. They proclaimed a truth that shakes the heavens and the earth, saying, Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of hosts. The whole earth is full of his glory. This was not mere song, but a declaration of God's absolute purity and sovereign power over all creation. At the sound of their cry, the posts of the door moved, and the house was filled with smoke, a sign of the overwhelming presence of the Lord. Beholding this heavenly court, Isaiah was struck with terror and conviction. He cried out in despair, Woe is me, for I am undone, because I am a man of unclean lips, and I dwell in the midst of a people of unclean lips, for mine eyes have seen the King, the Lord of hosts. In the face of absolute holiness, his own sin and the sin of his people were laid bare. He felt unworthy, ruined in the presence of perfection. Then one of the seraphim flew to him, an instrument of divine mercy. The Bible tells us in Isaiah chapter 6, verse 6, Then flew one of the seraphims unto me, having a live coal in his hand, which he had taken with the tongs from off the altar. This was no ordinary coal, but one taken from the very altar of God, a place of sacrifice and atonement. The seraph touched Isaiah's lips with the burning coal, declaring, Lo, this hath touched thy lips, and thine iniquity is taken away, and thy sin purged. Through this fiery act, the prophet was not destroyed, but purified. His sin was cleansed, and he was made ready to hear the call of the Lord and speak his holy word.